Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. What are we going to do with this guy? Let's get an E5 in. We're going to control the center. We're going to activate all of our pieces. We are going to give everybody what they want, right? Give everybody what they want, Give everybody what they want. Let's just do it. Interesting. Not sure if my opponent was really thinking that one through. Let's see, it's getting exciting. Oh, is this true? Do we take? He takes. No, we have to take this way first. And now for something completely indifferent. He's leading with his king. That much we know is true. Oh, wow. Which one is he going to take, folks? Kind of like the king on that square, though. I do. He did not see my threat. He did not see my threat. Why is there an echo? Did everybody hear that echo? Is there a second one up? Let's just make sure that my phone is not on the same page, which I think it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be in Singapore in less than 30 days. Crazy. The things we do for chess. My wife told me not to sing on stream anymore. So, you know what that means, right? That means that we have to sing on stream. So was he losing another piece in that position? That was a very, very cool game, I have to admit. Let's take a look at that. So bishop g2 instead of knight to d2, or e takes d5. Anything would have been better than bishop g2, so we were alert enough to take the free pawn, force the king to abdicate the premises, bother him some more. I think bishop e3 was probably best here. But, oh yeah, they do comment on it over there. He hits me with the normal this, I hit him with the normal that, and after this check, I'm guarding my knight, so he has no choice but to take my knight on that particular square. We get another check in. He didn't want to take my knight. I don't completely understand it. He could have taken my knight, regrouped this way. It's true that it looked like he was out there, right? So king to d3, and it didn't like my... Wow, king d3 was the best move. By a hair. I thought it was going to be bishop d1 after king takes, but it doesn't really matter. So I captured, he captured, and I couldn't resist castling with check because his bishop can get away. Oh no. I am threatening what I am threatening. Had I played rook to d8 check, then it would have been threatening a bishop and mate in this position. Let's save that position into our file. We'll add it to chess base. And my opponent saw no danger. He literally saw no danger as I castled with check. And after rook to e4, he did not see bishop f5 check, which would have allowed him to almost live for another day. King b8 and then b3 to go after my knight. He guarded it, and it was schmott. We'll save this one too while we're at it. Let's flip that one. White for black. And that was for the chessable holding. Attacking mate and bishop. Then we need this one as well for the mate and one. I don't do helpmates, unfortunately. Make sure that we don't have another game starting now. We'll watch Ugarte. Partizan versus Mahamataha. And this is chessable holding. Close chess base. We don't want to be caught with that output in the background.
Pegasus Sway said, "Hi, all winter time in Sweden. I don't like change clock, takes 2 weeks, then I back on teak."
Yeah, I was going to try to change it for you, Ron. I could not go to bed early enough last night. I'm so sorry. I did move it back on the weekends, though. On Sunday morning, if you didn't notice, I moved my stream back to 8 a.m. Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Hay. I was thinking about you, but I'm probably going to move it back to 7 a.m. on weekends with a 7-round Swiss. 7 a.m. with a 7-round Swiss, and the next cycle of these will probably be arenas. 3+2 arenas, and the 7-round rapid Swiss. I think I needed one more knight f3. Let's see here. All right, fair enough. What in the world? That was very unique. I'll take it. Well, that's also very unique. Let's go for it. Should I just keep demanding more space in the center? Yeah, let's do it. I don't want his knight to have any fun. Maybe we'll get a strategic advantage out of this. If he plays f5, I may need to play queen to b3. Yes, I think I do need to play queen to b3. And the winner is knight to e5, c5. That was a bad move. At least we'll gain some time on it. At the very least. Aha! He chose that old continuation. I like it. I do. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I want to threaten his knight. Gonna give him the old empty house problem. Let's see how he handles the empty house. And where the knight is going from here, I do not know. Knight d6. You do have me here, sir. You do have me. C'est la vie. Just when I thought I was going to get something. Oh, there's a streamer up in the background. I'm happy he wasn't playing copyrighted music. That could have cost me. So now, what in the world is going on? Can I capture? I do not think that I can capture, but I can try to grab some more space and play against his isolated pawn position. We'll try to leave him with that bad bishop. Bad bishop. This knight would love to spring into action over here. Now we have more where this one came from, don't we? Hoping for a good discovery. And we got it. Is it going to ruin our day? Yes, it is going to ruin our day. Is it worth it? Pawn, pawn, pawn. Doubled pawns. How is he going to defend? Oh, he's going to defend in that manner? I guess so. Queen takes. Fine. Oh no. Is this true? I'm down to my last 4 seconds. I do not have much of a choice here. He got me. Rook to G3. I wasn't ready for that one. Good job, usurp. Usurp. His bad bishop did me in. Was there a tactic in here that I could appreciate? This was a terrible move on my part. So what am I to do here? Probably D5 right away. Knight E5 right away. D5 right away, according to the computer. But I believe that Knight to E5 shouldn't have been so bad. The D5 C6 was the thing that annoyed me the most. But then again, it just undoubles my pawns and we continue again with another D pawn right after that one. Yeah. So I played this way, he answered that way. Now I played to maintain a small or clear advantage. D takes C6, I should have played D takes C6 straight away. Bishop takes C6, and then just knight back. Alright, fine, but I like what I did. I thought this was going to be good. C5, maintaining an advantage. Now rook to B4. Simplifying so that I can solidify the center. That makes absolute sense. I was playing for tactics though, unfortunately. Rook to E1 is better, obviously, than rook to C1, since the queen's not on this square. Now, rook takes D5 did not really lead to an advantage. Because after pawn takes and pawn takes, I don't really have anything. But if my rook were on E1 when this started, let's put my rook on E1. And we have the same continuation. That only leads to a slide advantage. H4. I had that in the game as well, right? Yeah, H4. Deserving of an exclamation mark. But I played h3. Now I should just play rook to b4, huh? In any event, knight e5, knight to g4, and I should play knight takes f6, of course. If king takes f6, rook f4 check is made. Silly me. That one's going in the box. Make sure we're not playing another game. Knight c3. Hey buddy, that's my move. And now for something completely indifferent. Well, that's fascinating. You really know what you're getting into here, folks. I don't want to help you out too much. Takes, bishop takes, pawn takes. All right. Not sure what he could be up to here. We have more where that came from. You're really after my bishop? Uh-oh. I have to remember that I have only 5 seconds. Will I get a second warning, though? Will I? Will I get a second warning? He does have me here. I admit it. I am worse. We'll hope that this pawn becomes very, 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 very weak. Our opponent is taking advantage of what? Our bit rate is good, our internet connection is good. Oh no. Who would have known? Did our opponent's internet connection crop out? No, he has a good strong connection. Bishop d6 it didn't like. I wish it was more sensitive to inaccuracies. I wish they would lower the threshold. Especially if you only have one error in the game. Let's just say if I only had one mistake in the game, then it should lower the threshold for the entirety of the game. So knight c6 was obviously the better move. I don't think this was the right idea. Knight to c6. Oh, silly me. What was I thinking? I, for whatever reason, just did not think about the normal that. Knight takes f5, e takes f5, and knight f4. And if knight takes d4, then queen h4. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, and the knight is hanging over here. So if knight f3, then queen f6. And it's hard to guard. We'll see what's going on here. Next round in 10 seconds. I didn't get to see if there were any tactics worth saving in that particular position. C'est la vie. So, what do we need? I think we still need some A3s. I entered A4. With A3 with A6 a long time ago. This is a pretty standard maneuver. This is a pretty standard maneuver. This is just what we were intending. This is exactly what we wanted. What could we do if we want to put more pressure on this? Then we will just do that. So we've got, he has no bishop b4. All right, now we're going for piece play. And he didn't move backwards. That's good. And how do we continue the fight? Is he gonna swallow us whole? We do have to pinpoint this weakness as exactly that. B6. There's only one defense here. And it looks like it holds up. Yes. Where are you going for real? I don't know, but I like it. No matter where you go. We'll get there from here. And now we decide some more. We will get there soon. We get there soon. Yes, we will. We'll meet again. Do I want to do it this way? Chalk up another one against Ali Reza. We're getting there. Minus 10? No, only minus 6. Minus 6 against him. Is this our last round? Our last chance. Going to limit the movements of his knight. Yes, indeed. What can we do to him right Am I getting trapped? I could be getting trapped. I don't like it one bit. His knight's going to become dominating. Dominating, I tell you. He has no dark squared bishop. Well, that's a bummer. Yes. And I see what you're up to. Just now I'm acting surprised a bit about this. Takes, check. Knight f3, bishop takes. Pretty fancy schmancy, I have to admit. Ah, but he has rook f1. He has knight f1. And he gets his exchange back. That's unfortunate. Worst endgame, 101. I was somewhat waiting for that trick. I was waiting for that trick. Looked like he was gonna trap me. Alright, so we managed to win the last round game, giving up 2.5 points. I should not be where I am, giving up 2.5 points. Getting the stream started after a day off is always tricky. It really is. It's really unfortunate how hard it is to get the stream started when you don't stream for a day. Not cool. But the new format of 7 rounds hopefully will attract even more players to be on time. Just trying to test how much time I need to get finished, to do a little bit of a review and whatnot. Namaste. Have we reached our follower goal yet? No. If you've not yet followed the channel, please do. We are theoretically sponsored by Chess Informant. I have not received my latest informant, so I think my sponsorship with Chess Informant could be in the lurch. We don't know. I'm going to contact my guy at Chess Informant. Maybe I'll write them a nice note saying that I am going to continue to push their products whether I am paid or not, except that I can take the paid sponsorship off of the stream if they really aren't going to send me a free Chess Informant every 3 months. I figure it's the least I can do to keep their banner up. It costs them next to nothing in the production, I think. We will see. We're no longer streaming on Twitter. In fact, post-election, I will probably not be on Twitter anymore. Ron Hay is trying to stop Pillsbury in his tracks, and he can finish ahead of me. This is a battle for first and second, and sending me packing to 3rd place. Is he going to get what he wants? But if he tries sometimes, he just might get what he needs. What is the story here? He's planning on playing exactly that. Sorry to see it go, Ron. Somehow I held on to second place. It's a little
Paulie
late in the
said,
morning, or is it early in the
Master
morning
Chess
for
Dojo.
Ron? Good morning, Paul. How are you? Really do need a better quote.
Said, too slow played. I
did want to analyze one other person's games. Might as well be Ron Hayes. Now, I'm not a big believer in this system at all. If black has a cramped position here, I like to play the space with knight f3 perhaps. Or if we're worried about bishop g4, knight e2. What are our options here? Knight c3, just ignoring it all. After all, there's a pawn on c6, so this makes sense. Knight f3 has the best performance, though. With Jaganzev versus Karpov. This is the move that I concerned myself with, but perhaps it does nothing. After d takes e5, does black have to play? I think they do have to play. Bishop takes f3. Yasser Seirawan versus Nikolic. I'm sorry, but I'm going to play queen takes f3.
Paulie said, I'm fine. Yesterday I watched Kingslayer Sloan pass 2000 on Chesscom.
All right. There you go. See, I don't know why I'm playing Paul, because he's proving that a 1600 rated player is and should be 400 rated points higher on chess.com. Basically, I would love it if anybody did all the streamer stuff for our Discord channel. Streamer disparity on chess.com. Real life IRL rating versus, let's say, Zach the chess nerd is 2000 in real life. We're roughly the same rating, FIDE, and he is 2400 on chess.com, easily. Davina, also plus 400 points. Alexandra Samakanova, also plus 400 points. Some are plus 500 points. I think that Zach on the chess nerd actually got to 2500, as he had posted on Twitter. So basically, if I get a membership, I earn 2.7. I improve 2.7% faster. And I believe that their K-factor algorithm boosts the members' ratings by that much. So if you're playing against me, I will not gain the same number of rating points. That's my latest conspiracy theory with Cheesecom. Not only is their interface bad, but I think they're cheating. So meanwhile, Enrico Seviano. Interesting. That position is worth some study. Black gave up their center pawn. Now, how do we wish to proceed? E5? I don't think so. This is an isolated pawn. I think I'm just going to get my pieces out, and I don't want knight to g4 to come in. So
Paul
bishop to g5
said,
also stops knight
my
takes
Lycus
e4.
rating is almost 600, my Chesscom rating is about 300.
Ah, but in your case, Paul, are you sure this is correct? Well, it's also a better interface, but I can't guarantee that. I believe that you are underrated, Paul. I think that you actually play better chess than you give yourself credit for. Sometimes your over-the-board rating, I'm going to just mention this in a billiard sense, where I had a league director tell me that if I did not spend so much time on every shot, I would make better decisions. Because very often, because of the complexity of situations, I would overthink a situation and I would play the wrong move because I could overthink it. Because I had all the extra time, I would overthink it. So this can happen in your over-the-board games as well. But I am curious at the moment. To me, this is a streamer's issue, not necessarily a you issue. So therefore, this seems reasonable. And if
said, is it end offer spill?
I don't think so. I think that they will come up with another one. Don't scare me like that, Ron. Anyway, Ron played e5. This did not stop the doubling of the pawns and or the possible relocation of this knight. If white has to play knight h3, then our knight is not going to get shoved around. So basically, in this particular position, we have a whole move to put more pressure on the e5 pawn. We don't have castles, though, so we do have to be careful about this. Can we just play h5, knight h6? So that way we can meet h3 with knight h6, knight f5. It seems pretty reasonable. Basically, I don't know, that isolated pawn on e5 is almost not worth having. We're in a terrible position here, Ron. So he chose a very awkward move, which doesn't challenge you at all, which is very kind of him. And I'm not entirely sure if we didn't step up here. You did not step up. You sacked the pawn. I'm not sure why we sacked the pawn. I believe you just have to step up. King c2. Or continue in the same vein another way. No, it's check. So yeah, I think we have to step up. It does get quite scary. Quite scary and possibly cool. But now we don't have to guard any of these. Of course, we would love for him to capture, even if he wants to play g5. We're just trying to stop him from playing bishop takes knight and knight takes. It's possible that h4 is a good move. Bishop f4 could be a good move. I want to play rook to d6. Yeah, I think this would have been better for you, Ron. Bishop c2. Your opponent didn't take the pawn. He's so keen on playing this move. So you got knight to d2 for what it's worth. I don't think it's worth a lot, unfortunately. really, you went with this rook. What were you planning with the other rook? Rook h4? So you can't bring the other rook in because he has bishop g4, yeah? Is that the problem? So you played this rook. And you went for it. And now you should follow through on it. I'm not entirely sure what you're doing here, Ron. I think you have to keep following through on your plan. You're going to gain time on this rook. He can't capture here just yet, because everything's protected. For example, everything seems to be protected pretty well. Hindsight is 20/20, of course. So you played bishop back, knight back. We've got a serious weakness. Probably wasn't unwise to just continue in this manner. But you went for it. And you got it. This is still hanging though. And I don't like this square d3 for the octopus knight, right? Rook to a5. We do have some serious issues going on here. I don't know if we can simplify. I do not really think that we can simplify. We're just in such a bad way. What we have to do is get our pawn moving. So what's the best way to get the pawn moving? Well, let's see what you did. Oh no! You got the pawn moving that way, but I'd rather get it moving this way. That way, if we want to gain time on something, if this king comes over, we might be able to gain time again. Because the assessment here B. It likes bishop g7. Yeah, that's also probable. Just bishop g7. I think bishop g7 is the human way to continue. Once this pawn can't be stopped, you're in business. Knight to g4, h6, knight takes h6. Yep, you're up a pizza. That's the only way to stop it. So let's see what happened in the game. Here, you pushed, and he ignored you. Oh, he could play knight on c to d3 check, and you just move your king. I believe you just move your king. For the win. King b1 for the FTW. The lights have dimmed, indeed, but our bishop should not be on this sketchy square going across anyway. So how did we manage to lose this rock? What? Dudovich. Did you not see that? Although bishop takes e5 should still win, leaving him with a rook could be bad life. Could be a bad life choice. No, don't trade. I still like king to b1 because his knight is very clumsy. because you always have moves like knight f3. You're up a pizza here, Ron. You traded. I don't blame you for that. So how did we lose this game up a pizza? Our next mission is to trade bishops, but I like that white squared bishop for that purpose. Alright, so we need to trade and bother him some more. And bother him some more, and bother him some
Pegasus
more.
Sway said, playing me off in the crunch of time.
In the crunch of time, is that true? 11 seconds? Yeah, but Alakine would say that's our fault, right? Because after this pawn. Forward, Ron. Always forward. Seriously, Ron, always forward. Unless you were planning on giving his bishop some squares, I don't know. I would just go always forward. This move is a hanging bishop on a different type. This is a hanging pawn. I'm not sure if we can pin the knight that way. We're already pinned. Rook f2 to break the pin. Makes sense. I've got the engine in the background. It never occurred to me that I had the engine. They want you to play bishop c5 and correct your bad bishop placement. Now we can't guard our weakness because our king isn't near the weakness. So he has counterplay. And why are we moving the weakness?
Said, always want to win. Draw is cowardly but not in team play.
Ah. So he plays king e8, bishop c5. We should be out of the lurch here, right? We just have to stop him from getting to that square. But how can we do it? Knight e4. And if he tries king over, we have two choices. We can go for more, because he's never going to promote that pawn. Or we could try to trade rooks. And we still have him here. So what did Ron do that was so bad that allowed the pawn to be captured? So you just literally move this over there, but he's trying to go after your pawn.
I like the trading rooks idea.
Yeah, simplify. You're in time pressure. You gotta simplify. You could also return the piece here. Knowing that he's going to get a passed pawn, you could return the piece. What is our worst placed piece? I don't think you should lose here. What are we doing with this bishop, dude? We're trying to get our king around. And his rook is stuck in front of the pawn. So I kind of think that we should go back here and trade and stay in the square of the pawn and scarf it up with the knight, but then we're not winning anymore. We're already not winning. And now it's getting worser and worser. Oh no! Get behind the pawn, Ron. Well, not like that. Yes, you might draw it by getting in front of it, but getting behind the pawn will limit his activity massively. And suddenly we have winning chances. suddenly we have winning chances. I might throw this check in. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for this? And he has lost again because we got our rook behind the passed pawn. Yeah, I never put the rook in front. You had 2 moves to get the rook behind the pawn. So it should still be equal, but we need a more purposeful move. This is controlling everything just right. I know you wanted to blockade this, but I don't want the king to come any closer. Oh, that was another problem. We're losing an attacker there. As much as he likes it, you somewhat got this in the game. Oh, you just gave up your pawn. Another pawn? Then you let the b pawn start moving forward? And you can't get your king around there at all.
Said. Had for me that f4 is the move when you can't do 0-0 or 0-0-0 king left in the middle to try to open the game. Tried playing as black but always comes out bad. Doesn't he bewitch the game?
Yeah. I got the gist of what you're saying. But you traded queens, Ron. The king in the middle and opening the center does not apply anymore. Yeah, f4 and king in the middle doesn't apply anymore because you took the queens off the board. In this particular instance, you're going to have to go for minor piece placement and square control and outpost squares. Hopefully you'll get something for your knight, right? Outpost squares, pawn chains, anchors, bases for your pieces. Because with the queens on the board, yes. With the queens on the board, I would agree with the opening up the center because of the king in the middle. But in reality, I was watching Alicia Santaramo at the Marshall Chess Club against International Master Jay Bonin. She traded queens. Jay Bonin just plays king e2 and gets his king up. But you did get a pretty good game, but you sacrificed a lot.
Missed 2bx h7.
You did miss bishop takes h7. That was crucial. But this is just an atrocious pawn structure. So now, can we give back? Can we sack a pawn? Yeah, this is bad. You're sacking a pawn no matter what. It was just bad development. You're right. Meanwhile, though, I must run for reals. I hope everyone has a great day. We're going to be doing this again tomorrow morning. Because I have billiards on a Tuesday night, and it is a brand new week, I may not get home early, but I'm hoping that everything will be on autopilot.
Paul E. said, bye.
Namaste, Paul. I will be in Singapore. I was debating on fundraising for a new camera. Everybody else seems to do fundraisers. The only thing that stops me from getting a really good IRL streaming camera is the price. So if I set aside a goal like that, it might be worthwhile. We'll see about it. All right, we're going to roll the ending screen to see if we had any new follows this period. I did not see any. It would have been nice to have missed.
Pegasus Sway said. Play chess in Singa.
I will play some casual chess, but I don't know about anything as far as that goes. But cheers and ciao, everyone. Have a truly great day. Mad Quick Chess in the house. MQC. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Andrew, it's even earlier for him. Must have been playing poker. He's an hour behind me. 5 a.m. Cheers and